Hey, what is going on, everyone? So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Amazon exclusive Chewbacca and C3PO. So this is obviously from Empire Strikes Back, when 3PO was shot by a stormtrooper and wound up in pieces, and Chewie found him and tried putting him back together. Stuck him in a bag, on his back. So yeah, this is a pretty cool set. But that's what you get. You get Chewie, you get 3PO, you get the bag, and you also get an E11 stormtrooper blaster for Chewie. Because at this point in the movie, that is what he was carrying. And I can't remember why he didn't have his bowcaster with him. But so this is accurate for this part of the movie. But that's what the front looks like. You can see what you get. And, Chewie and 3PO. A nice picture down there. The top is just black. That side is a large font. And then, again, it says Chewbacca and C3PO. This side, it's not numbered because it's an Amazon exclusive. The bottom, the barcode, all the stuff no one reads. And on the back, same picture, you get a bio in about 5 different languages and more stuff that no one reads. So this is one that I had been wanting, and my daughter was down here the other day, and she noticed that I did not have this one, so she got it for me for Christmas. So I was pretty excited, so thank you very much. But I'm going to get this thing open, and let's see what's inside. Okay, so I got everything out of the box. So we'll take a look at Chewie first. This is a great looking Chewie. Now, I don't have any other Chewbaccas to compare this to, but man, this looks fabulous. I mean, the eyes are perfect. And the little slightly open mouth really, really looks good. Got some nice shading there on his nose. I think it looks really, really nice. The fur looks good, how it goes from dark to light. The bandolier has some really nice detail, nice texturing. Yeah, the bag looks good. It has a nice leather look to it. Those little buckles look pretty cool. That's what the back of him looks like. More detail on the belt there. Man, that looks really, really nice. Yeah, the fur coming down there looks really good. His feet, his toes look really nice. Yeah, this is a beefy figure. It's got some weight to it. Yeah, so there's Chewie. And here's 3PO out of the box. Kind of grimy. Some really nice detail with all the wiring there. These look pretty cool. Boy, the eyes on this one look great. It's a nice shade of gold, too. It's really, really, really nice. That's what the back looks like. Wow, what a nice 3PO. Yeah, these little wires hanging out are great. But I think it was genius of Hasbro to include some arms and legs just in case you want to have a fully assembled 3PO. And speaking of making a fully assembled 3PO, they give you some instructions on how to pull those out and then put the arms and legs back in. And it shows you how the bag goes over Chewie's neck. And then you just stuff him in the bag. And that just shows you what you get on the front. Okay, so let's take a look at articulation on Chewie. So his head, he's got just a little bit of side to side on his head, not much at all. And he has just a little bit of up and down. The arms go up that far. He has a single jointed elbow, but that's all you get. Not much, because this fur right here, it hits it. But he has a swivel at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. The right hand has a side-to-side hinge, and the left hand also has a side-to-side hinge. He has a swivel at the middle. Not much in the way of crunch, but he can go back a little bit. Legs go up that far. They go out that far. Single jointed knee, that's all you got. Feet have just a hair of up and down, not much, and just a little bit of rock back and forth. And as far as accessories for Chewie, you get this standard E11 Stormtrooper blaster. This one has a little bit of an extended magazine. It's a little bit different. It's nothing special. It's just black with a little bit of silver paint there. Let's see what Chewie looks like holding this thing. Okay, so that goes in his hand fairly well. And his big old Wookiee finger won't quite go through the trigger guard, but it sits right next to it. And it is secure as can be. It is not coming out. And if you want to get him in any kind of two-handed blaster holding pose, it ain't going to happen. Or not one that looks natural anyway. He has such poor range of motion in his elbows that it's just not gonna go. But he can hold it with one hand. It's just, yeah, it ain't happening. He doesn't have any kind of butterfly joint to bring the shoulder over closer. And yeah, it's not gonna go. But, you can just have him holding it up or whatever, or just aiming straight away. Yeah, it is what it is. It's okay. He's just a big old stiff Wookiee. And also, on a little side note, this bandolier, if you don't have it sort of tucked under his fur right there, it can just slide right off his shoulder. So you have to sort of keep that tucked under there. So as far as putting 3PO on his back, so as you know in the movie, 3PO's head was backwards. And 3PO does have quite a bit of back flex. So you can have him in the bag and still have his head sort of facing forward, as opposed to, having him normal and have him looking up. So you can like bend the back just a little bit. Now, as far as getting 3PO in the bag, that was not easy, because these wires right here constantly would catch on this knit bag. Now, this thing is super stretchy. And as far as the front piece, this little band that goes across the front, you sort of have to hook it underneath Chewie's fur here in the front. And surprising enough, I think just because Chewie is so heavy, it does not fall over. But that's that's what you get. So 3PO, with the head on backwards, all stuffed in a bag, and all 4 of his limbs fit in there. But yeah, these wires were constantly catching on this bag. It's almost like you have to put your fingers in the bag, stretch it out, and then shove 3PO in, and then let it spring back. And then you can sort of put the other limbs in there, however you want. Actually, what really works is putting your fingers through here, setting that in there, and then going up and over like that. So you're not fighting these little things, because you can see how they stick on there. Yeah, but that works pretty well. And again, it does not make Chewie too back heavy either. And I think it's just because he is so heavy. So let me put 3PO together and let's take a look at him. Oh man, even taking him out, these wires would catch on this knit bag. I mean, they just grab. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is flip his head back around the right way. And these little things pull out. Okay, so that's like a little sleeve. It just goes over. That's kind of cool. And then the legs snap on. And then the arms just peg in. Okay, I have found that it helps to loosen these first with your finger before you put it in 3PO. Yeah, they sort of snap in there. Boy, that's tough. And now you have a fully put together 3PO. And I have to say, this thing looks amazing. That really, really looks good. Yeah, so let's look at articulation on 3PO now that he's assembled. So the head goes side to side. He's got a little bit of up and down. He's got no tilt though. Arms, they go up to there. He has a swivel at the right here above the, what would be the bicep. It's a swivel up high. Now as far as the elbow, you see that little piece right there sort of follows in that little track. So you have a little bit of elbow movement, but not, not to 90. You only get up to about right there. He has a swivel at the wrist. Left hand has a side-to-side hinge, and then you also have a side-to-side hinge on the right hand. He has a little bit of a swivel at the midsection. He can crunch forward that much, and he can go back, way back. So he has a thigh swivel, but it's super tight. Legs go up that far. Knees go up to there. Feet go down that far. They go up that far, and they can swivel at the ankle. But yeah, I cannot get over the detail on 3PO. I mean, the eyes look so good on this one. And all the dirt and the grime, I think look really nice. The wires look good. This little thing on the back looks really good. All the little details with all these hinges. Yeah, they just did a great job. Silver leg. Yeah, so this is a great looking set altogether. I mean, you have probably the best Chewbacca from what I've seen. I mean, like I said, I don't have another Chewbacca to compare this to, but man, this looks good. And this 3PO is fantastic. So if you like stuff like this, please hit like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell. I would certainly appreciate it. And I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.